Here is the main features which are available for DPM 2007 and DPM 2010. For those which already implemented DPM 2007, I advise that you install Service Pack 1 in order to have three main features which are available for virtualizations. First and foremost, you will have a host level backup for Hyper-V, which running on Windows Server 2008 in R1. Besides that, DPM 2007 with the Service Pack 1 also have additional features which is called cluster aware. So if you do a Hyper-V cluster, the DPM 2007 will be able to detect and protect your Hyper-V host. Another cool features is it also can support quick migrations. So if you already implemented quick migrations from your cluster, it will automatically detect that the VMs has already moved to another nodes, and it also will be able to back up the virtual machines which already moved to another nodes. Alright, so now let's look into what's the features which available for DPM 2010 which offered for virtualization hosts. First and foremost, you will still have a host level backups of Hyper-V which running on Windows Server 2008 R2. Next, we'll have a cluster shared volume support. For those of you who don't understand what is cluster shared volumes, you can refer to the live migration slides which I already posted. Okay. The next thing is allow you to do protections for the live migration VMs. So what's the difference here is it is considered as a cluster aware, and then if you do a live migration of the virtual machines from one node to another node, the DPM 2010 will be able to detect is moved to which nodes, and it can also offer a protection for your virtual machines. The fourth features is now you can use DPM 2010 to restore your virtual machines to another locations rather than to a original Hyper-V host server. Lastly, you will also have a item level recovery. So what does the item level recovery means? Okay, basically it means that you can now mount and dismount the virtual machines which you already been backups, and you can go deep inside to the virtual machines to recover a certain file or folder to another locations. Okay, so you no longer need to restore the whole virtual machines in order to retrieve the file or folder which reside on the virtual machines. So this is very cool and a very good features. But in order to do item level recoveries, you need to install Hyper-V roles into a DPM server. Right. Here is the screens of what you're going to see when you want to do backups using DPM 2010s. In this screen, you will see that I'm trying to create a new protection groups to backup the Hyper-V host. From here, you can see all your hosts which is you protected by using DPM 2010s, and you can have a look here that I'm having a clustered Hyper-V host, and then I have two VMs which configured as a high availabilities. So all you need to do is you just tick the Hyper-V virtual machine which you want to protect by using DPM 2010s. In this slide, I'm going to go through three types of recovery which are available in DPM 2010. First and foremost, you can have a recovery of virtual machines to its original locations. So when does you use these options? So basically, you're going to use these options when its original VHD is accidentally deleted or corrupted. So you can use DPM 2010s to recover this VHD and also the configuration files back to its own original locations by using a Hyper-V VSS writer. Secondly, besides then you can recover to its original locations, you can also recover the virtual machines to another locations which is on the which is running on Hyper-V machines. Last and foremost, you can have an item level recovery. So in this type of recovery, you can do a granular recoveries of files and folders which reside inside your virtual machines. With these recovery options, you no longer need to restore the whole virtual machines. All you need to do is mount the backups of the virtual machines, and then you can drill down all the way to the file or folders to do a recoveries of the files that you want. But in order to do item level recovery, one of the requirements is that you need to install the Hyper-V roles into a DPM server. For those of you who are interested on the third-party backup solutions which are available in the market right now, so I have tried and searched in the Googles, and I managed to find several products which can support Hyper-V R2, especially on the cluster shared volumes. This type of backups will allow you to do a host level backups, and for those products which is not listed in my slide here, you can still use your existing backup solutions, but you cannot implement host level backups, but you can install an agent into each of the virtual machines to do a backups. This is what we call as a guest level backups. Well, now let's look into what are the third-party products which are available which can support CSV. First and foremost, you have a computer associated ARC. The second is you can have Commvault Simpana 8.0, and lastly you will have a Symantec backups, either Net Backup 7.0 or Symantec backups exact 2010, right? So these are the products which I managed to locate which can support Hyper-V R2, especially on CSV. I'm going to end the presentation by showing you a demos on how to do backups by using Windows Server backups which are available on your operating systems. And lastly, I'm going to show you DPM 2010 which currently in RC. So stay tuned, and for those who are interested to view the demos, please feel free to go to the YouTubes and view the demos. In summary, I have covered the different types of backup which are available for your Hyper-V machines, and some of the tools which are available for you to do a backup and recovery for your virtualization environments. And I hope after the end of today's sessions that you all gain and understand about the different types of backup solutions which are available, and hope that you implement backup solutions for your Hyper-V machines to protect and have a disaster recovery in your environments. Thank you and good luck.